100 million up to 4 billion jobs lost in the next 5 years. This might sound ridiculously crazy out of a sci-fi movie or George Orwell's 1984, but it's the truth. It's happening. And in today's video, we're going to go deep down the rabbit hole and I'll tell you all about it. Welcome, I'm Julie McCoy. If you're new around here, hit subscribe. I explore the rabbit hole of artificial intelligence, automation, robotics, and how the new era we're living in, called the AI age, the fourth industrial revolution, the technology age, many names for it, but it's a brand new era for humanity. I explore how we get to live a more meaningful life and ditch the mundane thanks to robotics doing 98 to 100% of human labor. If you think critically, you like to go deep and explore the topics you want to actually hear about, if you're one of those rare people like me, welcome. You've found your home. I'd love to hear from you in the comments on this video. Okay, so let's explore this topic. 100 million up to 4 billion jobs lost in the next 5 years. It's happening. We are hurtling towards full acceleration of this new era of computing, and there's no stopping it. Even if we wanted to try, we probably couldn't. There are three big reasons why this many jobs will be displaced. By the way, 100 million jobs in the next 5 years is something Sam Altman has directly said. And if we look at how robotics, AI, and automation will affect the rest of the jobs left, we could easily say it's 4 billion jobs worldwide that will be touched in the next 5 years. Replaced fully, augmented, or roles made redundant and gone forever because they're just not needed. Three big reasons why that's going to happen. First of all, GPT-5 will be out this year. OpenAI and Sam Altman has been a bit cryptic about what this will include, but Sam has said it will be significantly better than all previous models, and it will take people by surprise. GPT-5 will take GPT from 1.5 trillion parameters into the 2 to 5 trillion parameters. For reference, our brains are a neural network of 100 trillion connections. Computing is catching up with the human brain, finally, after centuries of research. Back in the 40s, the first neural net was drawn out on a piece of paper, and computer scientists back then envisioned something they called a thinking machine. They were laughed at by the general public. And now we've recreated neural networks and the computing ability to run them. And we're 10xing technology every 6 months. That's wild. That means we've left Moore's Law far behind. We've actually broken Moore's Law. One of the biggest changes GPT-5 will bring is to change GPT itself and transform it from chatbot into agent. This will mean the AI model can assign tasks to submodels or connect to different services and perform real-world actions on its own. This aligns with the idea of AGI, Artificial General Intelligence, which is autonomous AI that can function on its own much like a human would. When we reach AGI, we will have a level of AI and robotics that can supersede the human at the majority of tasks we as humans do. And with GPT-5 launching with these rearward capabilities, we will either be on the brink of or actually uncover AGI. Secondly, NVIDIA's foundation agent models. These are the AI neural networks changing the game, trained on massive amounts of raw data. This is the Wild West of AI because a lot of it is unsupervised learning. NVIDIA's foundation agent models are spanning everything. Every modality, from embodiment to math to spatial computing, everything is going into these models. Again, bringing about major breakthroughs for computing and artificial intelligence as a whole. Thirdly, lastly, robotics. We have two big worlds in AI right now: the replication of human reasoning, LLMs, ChatGPT, Claude, etc., and the replication of human behavior. That's robotics. That's humanoids learning how to fold laundry, assemble cars, work in warehouses. Boston Dynamics recently launched the all-new Atlas. Check out this thing. They essentially ditched the old hydraulics, slow, cumbersome Atlas, and they launched this all-new version, which is a fully electric humanoid. It is a breakthrough after decades of research that Boston Dynamics has done, and they're calling it the world's most dynamic humanoid robot. Between GPT-5 coming out either this summer or this fall, NVIDIA's foundation agent models, and what's happening in robotics, we are going to see so many jobs displaced. And we quite likely in the next year to 5 years will also have AGI because of these breakthroughs. Not to mention, Microsoft and OpenAI are pouring $100 billion into an AI supercomputer they're calling Project Stargate, rumored to be built somewhere here in the US in the desert. Hopefully Arizona, that would be cool. And they say that they will have a supercomputer up and running by 2028. Again, just another pinpoint in the timeline of 5 years. So you may be asking yourself, well, what the hell should I be doing if this many jobs, up to 4 billion around the world, are going to be displaced by AI, automation, and robotics? Listen to what David Shapiro, former corporate technologist turned AI thought leader and YouTuber, says about a post-labor economics world.
In a post-labor economics world, then the definition, like what is it that you're trying to aim for, you don't necessarily need economically productive citizens. You need civically engaged citizens, sure, but you need thoughtful people that are good at communication. There's all kinds of other things that you can do. Now, also in this hypothetical future that I hope to see and hope to help create is that a lot of people are going to be working a lot less.
Something he said is really critical to think about. We are not going to need economically productive citizens. We're going to need civically engaged citizens. So when you think about the skill sets we should shift into to get ready for this change, well, that's communication, emotional intelligence, the ability to be around people and treat them with kindness, empathy, the ability to lead projects, work inside of a team, being on your own, working aloofly, not taking care of yourself, putting mundane tasks first, being unkind, non-empathetic. Those are character traits you want to ditch. Learn to be communicative. Learn to communicate well with others. Exist well with others. Find your tribes and be an integral part of them. If you look at societies in the past, we had civically engaged citizens. Many of them inherited estates or were appointed to estates, and they never needed to work their whole life. They simply needed to engage in their location, lead initiatives, benefit society and the economy. They didn't necessarily need to work. So we've had these patterns before in history, but because of the Industrial Revolution, we were pushed into 9-to-5s, early school time, homework. We have had industrial thinking and institutionalized ways of thinking for way too long. If you look at the Gallup poll that was done a couple years ago across 1 billion workers, it was found that over 80% of people are unhappy at work, with the value of the fiat dollar falling, the cost of education bringing no ROI. In fact, it said that education in America kills the creativity a child is born with. Well, my question is the world we live in an ideal world? Or could this breakthrough of robotics replacing millions of jobs actually give us a chance to pursue more meaning and get back to being a human? We aren't called human doings. We are called human beings. And we are entering an era where, for the first time in history, our success won't rely on our productivity, and we won't have to kill ourselves in order to build a relaxing life later. I'm optimistic about what this will bring, and I think that knowledge about what's coming is your first step. And then your second step is to ask yourself, how can you start pursuing a life of meaning? Because that will only benefit you when robotics replaces this many jobs. Let me know your thoughts and questions in the comments. You know what to do. As always, be sure to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you far down the next rabbit hole.